sere yang medo dora oku ekong Jacob sine kembok nyimfam u fatu bo yo professeur Fioricien anwa di beru karama okene se kanu karo fon wente Fiomi ekenam nene yen wo ki mo yen nam no ememu foro nkaiso ku fon wereme akaiso professeur sene keta mira di sonda kandante akamo karo fon wereme professeur comfort ekpo ayakukara ano anye enobong blaze atanke professeur ne Fioro etubo fon wereme ayon don fon wereme akemana ekombo enobong
Fong Winter Fioyo, and oh, father I would. Ama bang and bonutum, yam, my dear no bog, you father I would. The poor Fong Winter Fioyo. Professor Nephew is saying, Ama diano yo code a frewo, Lidiano bogimo, the Peoforo Fong Guerrero. Professor Kim Sio Coco, Ado, Major General John Paul, Akedano. Ama boki, my minimibo, Kufo, Caro Fong Winter Fioyo, I had a Puforo Fong Guerrero. Attack pan posiki kaiso kusoro mieke do edi senubo kenwed. Edi kapukara no u fight to bomu fong winter Fioromi. Mkoro edi sanse me u foutom kedeked si ba ku fong weremi. E my baby mi so en my kam kiti ekoto multipurpose hall. Mba ebo okam e ya u fo karo fong weremi enobasi. Ke uyo inobon blaze okombok NTA.
Ukara sten ngene tongori momboni de misongo midat membon fen ese santemente kuson nke no itie mbak sten ngen aniu yai idi diong bate ken tam ukara na mampomi adon bare no so mo so eno ese da ekpeda ena mammo e ba fore no mbon sinemo e kombok idi diong ba
da membiombe iwood eswe kwa to adon kosi be gidan Nusung biosi ba kutonda rami idogo moema na mong ndiene dubo utomuka state nyan yembiogo adikrebo kesi nungwame no utombio ntum mimi ami eronta ufa utome segen kwa banga mubegi ban yembon kwa nam ke state nyan ekrebo ke mi mo emission midat ikansion siti unwam maeka nese sekbe na me no mo a commissioner segen kwa banga mubegi ban yembon kwa nam ke state nyan magloriated atanga bo kedu na mi esanga kid men kukere raw kara state nyene tudo mi manuel aniege abanga dinam state nyene sanga ma commissioner segen kwa banga mubegi ban yembon kwa nam ke state nyen ma gloriated atanga bo kedu na mi esanga kid men kukere raw wuru kara state nyene tudo mi manuel aniege abanga edinam state nyene sana mewe maani mesere tieti ebanga duna medisonu wan nombio mko nami si arwe krebo ke utombio ntom eneke wa tieti ke state nyen
ayron wen o ke tena irare wang to mesizo si o gen tengwe bele di bono mi ri fonno na wa mi fone tieti ya ke bono mo tieke so ra ngini di ongo mem kpo na mkpo banga ke rimboro mi mfunemi
yes ndia ba mo yo ma look clean well yo ndema re se anga me sa ndo ngai e chang boy tape na bu song me kai control đường yung boy ya se tim bo gere because nte government nyong nam bo mi ina akwai bu mi nyini mi ma da de ya nam akwai bu ma na sana ana ma na ba tem me ni wuro wo ma ba because even me gide me ma se nyong tem me bo mi bu ya me government ti tape ini egi gere ba ngam bon tem ben ko ma ba si nyong ke dar ke government so ka ini egi kere e banga memgbo
ada ukara stenyen atanga bo kukara ebengi de medikrebo ke aluna mi esanga neke si adago mesai monkey yemme mauke esanga ntidat maeka na mudwa kammo mi kuyo ididi ongiba akombok NTA
iden nyen ekene dianu bok me fruna dot ena musoro di siudong itaita unyo akombok nyena tanke mebe no sorom usenedo ese mbono widem eno ite mebo mboni mi do rondo ku ne wana tuto moy rondo ba do itaita ari do moyde ya ku mbomi do itaita ado sene siogen mebo ya rena mbarato kendo etan bono wonyene bang fon amoy pekpe mekide memmo mbarato kendo moydi nie o do itaita enyo suru wame no mbone maine nie ma to kendo monde du we mekpene ku yo ita o karastenyen e mai kada ambono wo e wo do so ngin sine mefo e ka ma mengwet ku bo weten sium po awoto aboku don ite fonno den ke na mbono wo e ka ndungo ide memmo kini mba e ke ri o mememo mini udon me mini ege mbon ko enyo siung ide me kpong ari ni wana awoden me unwan ki daga moy mi do ondo mbon fen sikisio ko moisan keri kan boke mbono wo e bondungo mi ke tamfon e mai tie ke ibom plaza den enongo mbono wo ndungo mi ke mfon e kamba wo asege mkpo bandu tambone rongo ke me udongo ite mi doctor keru wemeto ama ko mukara steleti ke fe fransini fo mo na ma ke ri kan bo ke si udongo ite mi unyon ke stelemi anye matan ku kare se no mi bokem fon ba to kendo ebe ne nwam bone rongo ke mudongo mi mon fen sikitan ko e matan ko e banga da mbono wo ekpenam ekpe mi de me mo ba to kendo rongo mi e ki ro mo idem iwori ko ke iswami kaba usoro sen udong ite mi do dikan boke si udong ite mi unyon afre fat ke stel nyen ke det nyen me ke fruna dot ke iswa 2030 kuyo Dora oku ekom akombok enti ukangante mbok ngena vitre video imani do katu sen fen tene base mote me riben boko men kaiso ki kom bakara soktiese katara yen ken kan konfo tong me yino kaki ke ememe foro kanekon me sere.
Thanks for joining us on our AM News. I am Jenny Bassi. The Chancellor, University of Uyo, Professor NTA2nd has promised to consolidate on the achievements of the immediate past administration as well as promote peace and development in the institution. Professor NTA2nd made this known when the immediate past Vice Chancellor, Professor Comfortable, officially handed over to him. Enobon Blaze reports that Professor NTA2nd is the 5th Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo since inception on October 1991.
Performing the handing over, the immediate past Vice Chancellor, Professor Comfortable, said the university has come a long way in the area of academic excellence and urged the staff to support the incoming Vice Chancellor for the continuous growth of the institution.
Ask all of us to support him.
Amen.
Work with him. Where he makes mistakes, let's jointly correct him and let the University of Uyo move on.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor NTA2nd, called on all to be actively involved and support him in achieving the much desired progress of the institution.
We hope to look more inward in terms of internally generated revenue to see how much we can generate as a university.
The Pro-Chancellor, Professor Kimsey Okoko, represented by a member of the Governing Council, Major General John Paul, retired, said he believes that the university has been placed in safe hands and will move to greater heights. Some staff expressed their happiness and confidence in the new Vice-Chancellor.
So today marks a new beginning for University of Uyo. We are all very hopeful and thankful to God.
Give him all the support a woman should give her husband to fulfill his promises to carry the university community forward.
High points were the signing of the handing over notes, handing over of the university made to the new Vice-Chancellor, as well as inspection tour of some offices. Earlier, an interdenominational service was held at the Multipurpose Hall to pray for the new administration. In Uyo, in Urban Blaze, NTA News.
The Akwa Ibom state government has commenced rehabilitation of destitute, lunatics, and other miscreants in the state. The Gideon Iba reports that the exercise is to give care and reunite with them with their families after treatment.
Increasing number of destitutes in cities across the nation is becoming worrisome, and the negative effects are not measurable. As members of the society whose conditions may not be their fault, it behoves on government and the society at large to provide care for this category of people. It is against this background that the Akwa Ibom State Government, through the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, undertook the evacuation of destitutes, miscreants and lunatics to different rehabilitation centers for special care in relation to their different conditions. Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Dr. Gloria Date, says the action is in line with Governor Dom Emmanuel's vision to clean up the states.
Now, we are not just evacuating them off the streets. After evacuating them, we take them to the hospital, the psychiatric hospital, where they will be treated. And after the treatment, if they are confirmed well by the doctors, then we will integrate them back with their families.
The rehabilitation of the vulnerable members of the community received commendations from a cross-section of the people who complained of the rising number of destitutes.
It is a very good thing. I like it.
Very boys up that were looking there. In the night, there should be over 10 of them there. And make the town very dirty.
Having mad people and most of this nuisance constitute a social problem. I want to congratulate His Excellency the Governor and the Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs for this initiative.
The state government says it is committed to monitor the exercise as criminals parade themselves as lunatics to unleash terror which may affect the state's quest for investors. In Uyo, Edidion Iba, NTA News.
Women in rural areas in the state have been advised to be involved in food processing to ensure sufficient food for the public. This was at the center of discussion at the closing ceremony of a capacity building workshop organized by Pillars Forum for Akwa Ibom Rural Women held at Niger Wives Conference Hall, Ewe Housing, Uyo. Udwarapan reports.
With the theme enhancing local food production beyond subsistence, the event was to commemorate the International Rural Women's Day and International Food Day for the eradication of poverty among rural women. The President, Pillars Forum, Mrs. Deborah Omor, charged the women to rise up to their responsibilities as mothers and improve upon the living standards of their families through the trainings they have received at the capacity building workshop.
There was training on food production, marketing, sales, customer service, the use of basic technology in women-owned business, etc.
Professor Ntedo Umoren, chairman on the occasion and manager public and government affairs, Mobile Producing Nigeria Unlimited, Mrs. Regina Odobong, appreciated the organizers and noted that the training will go a long way in improving the standard of living as well as eradicate poverty among the women. Some of the women commended the organizers for the initiative.
With that, I know that if I keep on practicing this, that I'll excel in my business. We were trained on how to maintain our family. We were trained on how to instill discipline in our family. We were trained on how to be upbringing. As a woman, you have to be upbringing in the family.
As of our training, we are very happy. They train us on how we can preserve our fufu and our palm oil, and how we can use cassava and do cassava chips and mango chips.
The 4-day event featured presentation of certificates and cash gifts for women to support their businesses. In Uyo, Udwak Clement Akpan, NTA News.
As Nigeria joins the rest of the world to celebrate World AIDS Day, abstinence, voluntary counseling and testing and protection have been identified as key in the reduction of curing of the disease. Evelyn Badueko reports that the day was celebrated by various groups with an awareness campaign in some streets of
celebrated yearly on December 1. The day is aimed at raising awareness on the need to be protected from the disease while showing support for people living with HIV and AIDS. In Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital, the day was marked by various groups and associations who went round major streets creating awareness using various slogans, placards and handbills. Voluntary counseling and testing were also performed at different points, including the city center, Ibom Plaza. Project Manager, Akwa Ibom State Action Committee on AIDS, Dr. Nkeruwem Etuk, commended the state government's efforts and other partners in their efforts in curbing the disease through provision of free antiretroviral drugs and other support to people living with the disease. Dr. Etuk noted that various strategies such as door-to-door campaign and testing have been introduced to help eradicate and treat those infected with the disease, saying statistics of the prevalence rate of the disease in the state shows a remarkable reduction.
I have two figures. 10.9 was as at 2010, and it was a sentinel study which is about antenatal women, 2012. This one is on the general population. And when the result came, Akwa Ibom State had a prevalence of 6.5.
A voluntary counselor speaks on ways to guard against the infection.
Encouraging everybody to protect themselves also for those that are negative, and to try and use condom, and avoid sharp objects. Risky behavior, one should just limit it so that at least we can achieve this 1990 in the future.
Others also speak on reasons why they have availed themselves for counseling and testing.
The state governments, under the auspices of World Health Organization, is testing people on HIV. So that is why I'm here.
Try to do test because test is good.
I have tested. I don't want to do it.
The theme for this year's World AIDS Day is Getting Zero Infection, Ending AIDS by 2030. In Uyo, Evelyn Badu Epo, NTA News.
An underground bridge to tackle flooding around Nsikaredok and within Uyo metropolis has commenced. Kingsley Banga, who visited the project site, reports that when completed, it will alleviate the sufferings of residents associated with flooding.
Residents around Nsikaredok Avenue and its environs will soon heave a sign of relief as the state government has commenced a drainage project to channel out water. The drainage work will channel water that used to flood Nsikaredok Avenue and its environs and discharge at Obeidem in Ibis Coast and local government area. The personnel of the construction company handling the project speak on the job.
Uphold line of the connection at the junction of a road. Here through the village, through the water, that special place where always is overflooding.
It's coming all the way down here. Already we have walked from Tropicana down to the mechanic village there. So by the time we connect it, all the water from two lanes, so we know there is no flood, so we know flood. So to take all the water to everybody, we have the discharge.
Others said the project is on course and will be completed on time. They said when the project is completed, it will reduce flood in the Uyo metropolis. They commended the state government for undertaking the drainage projects in the state.
Planning a village from July to discharge Alex so that short the too much of erosion from town should not be disturbing much. That's how I tried to.
Doing well so far. Even with the economy of the nation at the moment, it's still trying its best to put some structures in place that will enhance the state probably developmentally. And I thank God for his plans and his vision towards the state.
In Uyo, Kingsley Banantia News.
Nigeria Under-23 team coach Samson Siasia has assured Nigerians that his team will qualify from the group in the ongoing 2015 Under-23 Championship in Senegal. John Paul Alumuna reports that Siasia's team managed a 3-2 win over Mali in the first match of the group. Siasia said the Nigerian team will improve in their next match against Egypt on Wednesday in Senegal, despite their unimpressive outing against Mali on Sunday night. Meanwhile, the president of Nigeria Football Federation, Amaju Finish, has left Nigeria for Senegal in order to pay the Dream Team 6 and the officials the match bonuses ahead of the clash against Egypt on Wednesday. The Nigerian Football Federation boss said he is confident that Nigeria will win the tournament in Senegal and also pick one of the tickets to the 2016 Olympics in Brazil. In a related development, the Athletic Federation of Nigeria has released a date for the 2016 All Nigeria Athletics Championship, which will serve as trial for Brazil. The national championship will hold between July 7 and 9, 2016. And now the weather forecast for today, Wednesday, December 2, 2015, shows that the morning period will be sunny at 24 degrees Celsius. The afternoon period will also be sunny at 32 degrees Celsius, and the evening period will be cloudy at 27 degrees Celsius. And just before we go, a recap of the major stories. As Nigeria joins the rest of the world to celebrate World AIDS Day, abstinence, voluntary counseling, testing and protection have been identified as key in the reduction or curbing of the disease. The Vice Chancellor, University of Uyo, Professor NTA2nd, has promised to consolidate on the achievements of the immediate past administration as well as promote peace and development in the institution. You also heard in the news that the Kwibom state government has commenced rehabilitation of destitutes, lunatics and other miscreants in the state. And that's the AIM package. We thank you so much for watching. But as a reminder, unity is a panacea for peaceful coexistence. Let's live in peace and unity for the betterment of our society. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in 7 p.m. for a fresh bulletin. Until then, do have a beautiful Wednesday. Good morning.